went ahead and hit accept. I am in a small clan. I can manage the clan. Unset people to admin, change their titles if I want to, and or kick members. If I give someone admin, like how Lamentations has admin, he could go ahead to Watcher62, who's a random person who applied, and change his title. He can't change other admins' titles. And he could kick him from the guild, as well as accepting members, as that is the only current rights that admins currently have. Then I, of course, going to set admin titles and my own title. And of course I can make anybody the owner of the clan if I so wish to abdicate ownership. Also on the war thing, you can see war history, history of wars, and I can even edit my own clan info, which is that little tab on the side. Whenever you look up a clan, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see observers, which one of my admins put up apparently. And at first it said we moderate stuff, but since I'm not going to be moderator soon, and Benny might not be here because Benny likes to move clans from time to time, I changed that to we watch stuff and talk about the game and accept all war challenges and blind accept all players. We do not P-war, but we beat the snot out of other clans from time to time, etc. Yeah, we do. In the spare time, we randomly attack people and get away with it. The only times we ever really get in trouble is when I silence people or something. So we've talked about the kingdom screen, how I can explore another land. That'll create a blank land. There'll be a building screen. I'm not going to tear down a building to show you guys, sorry. You can build, all the different one of all the different buildings if you can afford it, and then you can level it up, like how it says upgrade for 900 million. This level 3 guild to level 4, which I'm not going to be doing for some time. If I really stayed to the game, I could upgrade this without getting another land in about like a week, which doesn't sound so bad. 2 weeks to stay build complete at 15 lands. This is a good build to be at if you are just looking to war at the low levels. All forges, 1 bestiary, 1 tower, 1 lookout, 1 guild. Talked about allies. I can buy multiple allies for trading for a profit. I can buy potions that'll help out my attacks, and you can buy defense potions to counter it. The attack potions you can use on option. Defense potions, you will automatically use defense potions, 1 of each kind. If you have like a 99% chance of winning without a certain potion or without any potions, then you won't use those potions. So like you might see like a defender used it, like 9 potions, and then like 5 attacks later he only used like 5 potions if he's a lot stronger than you, but he still had max potions. And then like 3, and then like 1, and then like you'll like right under this halfway spot you'll just won't start using any potions because he'll start beating you up if he was at full before. And of course there's all sorts of fancy icons for that, like the Seal of Divinity. This is cool. Protects your soldiers and wards off the undead. It looks like that shield that like the Gunkan warriors were hiding behind during episode 1. Personally, the magic wall is like a crude version of that. Let's go ahead and look at spy defense. What's the spy defense up to these days? It's a staff of clarity. Fwah! Yeah, it reveals ancient enemies. So, awesome little item that apparently has like a 1-use enchantment thing. Of course, here's where you look at permanent items. You can't look at other people's permanent items, but now you can. This is where you would look at yours. I was wondering where this screen was. So the bracers are from land completing once. If you land complete once, you'll get the bracers, which awarded for mastery of the kingdom and enhance my attack and defense by 3% each. You can land complete 3 other times for 3 different other items if you reset for percent bonuses. The banner of the defender and other like listed items, you're going to have to remember that this isn't your listed ally bonus added on. It's actually times 0.02 or 2% or 1/50th. It's all the same thing. And then these 2 permanent items, the Orb of Keldaron and the Dwarven Helmet, were from special packs, the Scout pack and the Defender pack, I want to say respectively, and were free for a time. I don't think they're currently in the market or in the App Store. Alright, so that's all that. For other, you can spend 1-for-1 nobility for speakers, and I get a bunch because I was am a mod, so I get dev granted speakers right now. And you can get nobility and or crystals occasionally. You can get crystals for quest mastery and once you've mastered your quests, or even without having to master it, you can, get a small chance nobility or crystal. Nobility can be spent at the Oracle for either gold that's based on your next land or highest building that cost that you own, something like that. You can get a name change with nobility. You can get a full spy army regen. You can buy with real money nobilities and crystals here. And then crystals are used for a full spy army regen. This will just top it off all to full. So that's that. Aside from that, there's a war challenge. There's the feedback button. There's a fancy little help section that pops up a whole nother window. That'll tell you fancy helpful information. There's the forums, which I currently have open in another window. And that's basically it. You don't really have to spend too much time on Kingdoms at War each session. You could, log off and do whatever. You could watch all of this, like how Ronaldo man just said, "Just a small town girl," or something. "Living in a lonely world," etc. That's what would be going on over there. You could sing along in world chat. Come on, where's the "he took the midnight train" going anywhere? Guess not. Someone bought one of my allies, so I have 6,058,000. Let's go ahead and spend 6,052,000. That's going to sell for like 300k more. But again, we're not going to get all of that, but still going to be a good amount of profit. Plus, the 5k that I'm pretty sure I didn't have before. So you can talk in the chats with clan chat and ally chat. Ally chat is, of course, sent to any allies that you own and to your owner. So you can talk to your owner, and your owner can talk back at you. But everyone that you own and your owner will see it. So ally chat has a weird application. Most of the time it's not used except for special players that collect and keep friends that way. As there is no friends list in this game. There is the Active Wars leaderboard, or not leaderboard, Active Wars tab where you can look at all the different wars that are ongoing. You can specifically pick a war and see how many successful attacks, steals, assassinations, and scouts have been completed, as well as the gold amounts, the timer, and when the war began and ended. And you can also manually look at each clan from there. And you can go on and tab through. Same for all incoming wars. You can see how long for each war until it starts to, anticipate what wars are coming along and, watch all of that. You can also see the leaderboard. We've got, I'm unranked because I fail, apparently. But there's the highest leaderboard. I used to be number 3. No. It was either number 3 or number 2. I got pretty high up there, but I don't really care for the leaderboard nowadays. Same for most valuable. Most valuable meaning your higher cost. Apparently the most valuable person is Majesty at 812 billion gold. That is so much money. It's not even fair. And of course most wins, that's basically every time you attack person, like back when we were using our troops, that gets recorded. Majesty is of course leading that leaderboard with 154,328 fights won. And of course TZ still keeping at least something up, and his legacy is going to be outpacing every single person imaginable in land completing and resetting. Now, aside from getting permanent items when you reset, like those bracers that I showed you, you do get 50 max ally slots. As even though I only have 3 allies right now, you can have a maximum of 250 allies until you land complete and reset, and then that'll go up by 50 each time you reset. So near the end game, when you start land completing and build completing, and your stats are only going up by the allies that you own, that ally cap plays a huge role. And so Majesty himself has only land completed, I don't remember how many times he's land completed. Not many people have land completed too much. You can see, to get on the top 50, you just need 6 land completions. 7 really, if you want to make sure. There might be a few people that are 6 land completions behind it, but 7 land completions for rank 44 / mixed in with all these other rankings. And then alliance strength. Oh, okay. This was the old ally leaderboard. Initially, this was how many allies you owned. Back when there was no ally cap, it was, if you owned 19 allies and the other guy owned 23 and some person below them owned 11 allies, the guy who owned 23 allies would be ahead. But now that there's an ally cap, it's instead combined stats of your allies that gets recorded as alliance strength. So having a higher ally cap, while not having more expensive and stronger statted allies, will play more into getting towards this title. And you can see Majesty's only number 2, whereas Teja actually has better ally stats and all of that. Which might say that Teja actually has better stats than Majesty overall. But Majesty still has him beat because of the the battle thing. And then you can look at strongest clans. This is going to be best statted clan, most plunder ever earned in wars, most wars ever won. So that's that little board. Aside from that, I think I've covered everything. That one. The forums I've shown. If your iPhone or iDevice, like anything, iPad, isn't linked, you can link it here. If you want to link your PC to your iDevice, you're going to want to make a account on your iDevice, and then go to link, and then just put in the account name on the iDevice, and then insert the news things, and it'll ask you which account to keep, and you'll just select to keep the PC account instead of the iPhone account. If I show you the help screen and log out, of course, logs you out. This, of course, lets you fancily search through stuff. This is just, if you're ever challenged or at peace or anything, you can go ahead and look at this. And so I can look, I've been challenged, and, all that. And you can look at the clan screen. Alright, so that's a basic overview. I'd show you my referral code because, I am being, sneaky and all of that. But I am not on my iDevice. There is no referral for the PC. And so while I can get referred and it'll even get me noticed, hey, look, it's a spammer. Spamming in world chat. Don't spam in world chat. Apologies, I have to. Alright, so someone bought one of my allies. That's fine. 239k. That's good, I guess. Alright. So I think that's going to be the end of this recording. Basically, all the different little features in the game. The world announcements is, of course, the updater. On the iDevice, people can actually pay X speakers to put a little personal message streaming across the world board. But, yeah, that's pretty much what Kingdoms at War is in a video. So, Corinthian, signing out. How do I end recording?